2025 is finally upon us, and with it is coming a slew of games that I honestly wasn't expecting to be this excited for. And who knows what other surprises are in store for us this year. So for today, I wanted to share, in no particular order, my top 5 most anticipated games releasing in the near future to possibly get you guys hyped as well. But before that, I just want to announce that we have finally hit 1,000 subscribers last month. That means at least 1,000 of you guys watching my stuff saw this goober yap on about video games for hours and thought, yeah, I'd like to see this guy again. So thank you truly to every single one of you. I promise I'll try my hardest to make even better content with every single video I put out, starting with this one. Please enjoy. Number 1 on the list is Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, coming on March 21st of this year. The Atelier series finally did it. After all of these years, they finally made a game that caught my interest. I don't know what it is about this game, but it just looks like a fun time. I do actually have history with the Atelier series. I played the Arlen trilogy on the PS3 years ago and thought they were somewhat enjoyable. But I do think that the series is often, well, for a lack of a better word, I think it's too girly for my liking. Now, I'm secure enough in myself to still be able to enjoy girly games as long as they're fun. I'm practically addicted to Infinity Mickey right now. But these games aren't going to be making my top 10 lists anytime soon, if you see what I'm saying. After Atelier Aisha, though, I gave up on the series entirely. I finished that game, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that the experience was so unremarkable that I can't remember a single character, a single visual, a single plot point, or even a piece of music from that game. I've never had that happen before. It's so bizarre. I also played a bit of Ryza, the popular one, but I dropped it because the battle system didn't really click with me. Atelier Yumia, on the other hand, looks to be embracing a whole new action battle system, something we've never seen in the series before. I'm expecting something similar to a Tales of battle system, but I'm also hoping it to be a bit more technical. A lot of action games are beginning to feel very samey these days. So I'd appreciate a battle system that's a bit more unique, something we've never seen before. But truthfully, I think the actual reason I'm very excited for this one is the seemingly more mature cast of characters. I'm getting really sick of constantly playing as some snot-nosed immature teenagers in these games. But now, look at this woman's eyes. There isn't a hint of immaturity in those eyes. Those are the eyes of someone about to hit me with an ara, if you catch my drift. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is the lack of an English dub. I tend to connect less with characters when I can't directly understand what they're saying. But it's not all bad, because there's this dragon guy voiced by freaking Kiryu Kazuma, which is just very appropriate, and this furry looking motherfucker voiced by Dio. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can this game be any more perfect? But let me remind you that this is a fairly niche series of games with not a lot of budget. So it'd be best if you kept your expectations in check. And oh my god, there is a town building feature. The game has a town building feature. I need this game right now. Give it to me. Number 2 on the list is the 100-line Last Defense Academy, coming April 23rd, 2025. If it wasn't clear enough, I love the Danganronpa series. It was the first visual novel I ever played, and whenever I played it, there was always one thought floating about in my mind. What if Danganronpa was an RPG? Lo and behold, 10 years later, that wish has come to fruition. We now live in a world where strategy RPG Danganronpa is an actual thing. Now, truthfully, I should actually be keeping my expectations in check for this one. The last game made by Kodaka was Raincode, and I had less than favorable things to say about that game. But Kodaka isn't the only one working on this game. It's also being worked on by Kotaro Ichikushi, the legend himself, the creator of the Zero Escape and I, the Simon File series. And if you haven't played any of his games yet, I highly recommend you do so, even if you aren't a fan of visual novels. They're experiences like no other. So that gives me a bit more hope for this game. And not to mention, the gameplay is being handled by Mediavision, the same guys who worked on Wild Arms, Valkyria Chronicles, and Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth. So these guys don't mess around, they know what they're doing. I'm so hopeful for this game. In fact, I'm busting out my old toaster oven to play it since it's not coming to PS5. I hate playing games on the Switch. I've only ever played one game on this thing, and that's SMT5, because, well, it's SMT5. Of course, I have to play it as soon as possible. Now, I would normally wait for a PS5 port like I did with Raincode, but this time I really want to see what this game entails as soon as humanly possible. and Kodaka seems pretty adamant that a port won't happen. But this is the same guy who made Danganronpa V3, so what we've learned from that is that we never ever take him at his word. So yeah, my faith in Kodaka all rests on this game. If it flops, I'm never touching another Danganronpa-esque game ever again. Number 3 on the list is Anima Song from the Abyss, coming 2023. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, so this game's been stuck in development hell since forever ago, but I don't know, man. The game looks pretty finished enough for me, so I think we will see this one hit stores sometime around this year. For those unfamiliar, this game's the newest entry into the Anima series, which started as a couple of tabletop RPGs, but then expanded into the video game realm with Anima Gate of Memories and its side game, The Nameless Chronicles. Two very competent action RPGs that caught me completely off guard with their gothic style, addicting gameplay, and great character design. It plays like your classic action RPG you'd find in the old days, with puzzles and secrets everywhere, very beautiful environments, and some excellent combat and boss battles. And I'm looking at this gameplay trailer for this new one right here, and something tells me it's going to surpass its two predecessors in almost every way. The gameplay looks fluid, the dungeons look vibrant, and these character designs are looking clean as hell. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this game has the potential to possibly be my game of the year, but if it does release this year, that is. I have that much hope in this project. Just looking at this game's Kickstarter page is enough to get you hyped for it. The Anima team have already raised around $150 for the project, which is more than double their initial goal of $60,000. So I think it's safe to say that we're in for a real treat with this one, so just keep your eyes on it. Number 4 is one that came out of freaking nowhere last year and left us all at a loss for words. It's Clair Obscur Expedition 33, coming out sometime in summer of 2025. Holy crap, this game. Everything about it just screams quality. The Shadow Hearts Legend of Dragoon-like combat, the storyline, the character designs, the voice acting, the world, the enemy designs, and most of all, my god, the music they played in the trailer was just heavenly. I've never heard anything that sounds quite like this before. Just listen to this. I can only hope that the rest of this game's soundtrack is this good. The song was so good, in fact, it made me write a whole ass script for a video about how important music is in video games. But then I scrapped it because I realized I was just salivating over different video game OSTs for like 20 minutes. This game is being developed by Sandfall Interactive, which is apparently made up of past Ubisoft employees. Wait, what the fuck? Ubisoft, where have you been keeping these talented people hidden for all these years? And wait. Guillaume Broche, CEO and creative director. Favorite game is... Okay, I just pre-ordered 10 copies. Let me just do this real quick. Yes, apparently this game is taking heavy inspiration from popular games, not just like Persona, but also Devil May Cry and Final Fantasy. We even got Ben Starr over here voicing the protagonist. So this game's probably gonna be everything Final Fantasy XVI should have been. So I'm telling you right now, if I had to choose only one game I was allowed to play in 2025, Expedition 33 is most likely going to be my pick. Even if it doesn't turn out to be this 10 out of 10 masterpiece, I don't see a world where this game scores any lower than like an 8 out of 10, which is still really good. And finally, number 5 is a game we know fuck all about actually. We don't even have a name for this game yet. We probably know the first half of the name, and it's going to be Digimon Story. That's right, we know for a fact that there is a new Digimon Story game in development. We don't know if it's a sequel to Cyber Sleuth or not. We don't even have any character concept art to look at and theorize over. But we know enough to have a wiki page for it titled Untitled Digimon Story Game. Digimon games are always a treat, whether it's the Digimon World games, which are my personal favorites, the one-off Digimon Survive, which was somewhat lacking, but a good time nonetheless. And of course, the Cyber Sleuth series, which revived the series due to its mass appeal. While we know next to nothing about this next new entry, we're not completely in the dark. We do know some stuff. Two things, in fact. One, unlike Cyber Sleuth, this next new game is going back to the series' roots and taking place in the digital world as opposed to being in the real world. And two, it's going to feature the Olympus 12 Digimon, which is exciting since a lot of the members of the Olympus 12, like Apollomon for example, have yet to make an appearance in an actual Digimon game. So that's something, at least. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm sure that this game is not coming out for at least 3 more years, considering we haven't even gotten a teaser trailer for it yet. The last Digimon game took like 5 freaking years to see the light of day after all. It might even take longer considering that Habu, the series director, stepped down from the role about 2 years ago. So clearly, development isn't going very smoothly. But all we can do is wait patiently with hope in our hearts and see what the future of the series entails. And those are my top 5 most anticipated games at the moment. Now, there are other games I'm excited for, of course. There's that Pirate Yakuza game coming out in February. Tales of Graces Remastered is probably out by the time you see this video, so go play that one. That's one of my favorite games of all time. There's Penny Blood, there's Persona 5 The Phantom X, there's of course Persona 6 still in development, which is my actual most anticipated game, but I'm gonna make a separate video for that one. Anyway, that's all from me for today. Please consider subscribing and liking the video if you happen to enjoy watching and want more gaming content just like this. This really does help me out a lot. And let me know what your most anticipated games are in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.